2 songs and he's got 30 million streams. Just 2 songs and he's received cosigns from Drake, SZA and Kanye West. These achievements typically take artists years of grinding to accomplish, but in the case of Forbat, it has only taken him 2 songs. This abnormally quick rise has led people to ask the question, is this the newest plant in the industry? Well, I may have the answer, so keep watching to find out the 5 red flags that point to this artist actually being an industry plant. Firstly, what exactly is this term I keep using? Whilst I'm sure many of you know, let me quickly explain for those who don't. The term industry plant refers to musicians who find success very rapidly and usually present themselves as self-made or independent when the opposite is actually the truth. Usually, the reasoning for their rapid growth is because of major backing from a record label, which is typically hidden to make the artist seem more organic and inviting to new listeners. So when you try and find any information on Forbat, there isn't much, like at all, which is the first of many red flags regarding the artist. What we do know, however, is that the musician's real name is Nico Bennett, which I had to discover through his writing credits, and also that he comes from Dallas, and that's pretty much it. Oh, he also might be 22 years old, but who actually knows at this point? Typically, artists who have blown up like Forbat have a decent catalogue of music that came before one of their songs gained popularity, but in the case of Forbat, he quite literally has 2 songs, which are absolutely everywhere. Spotify, YouTube and even SoundCloud all confirm the fact that Forbat has only 2 officially released songs. I also tried to check any accounts that could be under his legal name, and once again, nothing. Are they even trying to hide the fact that he is an industry plant? I mean, all of Forbat's social media accounts were created in October of 2023, with his first post coming on TikTok and absolutely nothing before then. It's like he didn't even exist, yet he's already got over 1 million followers across all platforms. Honestly, I don't think it's even a question that he's an industry plant, and the next few pieces of evidence will solidify that for you as well. When scouring the internet for any information on this mystery of an artist, I stumbled across a Reddit post. Within the replies, the user stated that he tried to post audio of one of Forbat's songs slowed down to a normal speed, which resulted in a video being blocked worldwide extremely quickly. What this means is that he has a label behind him that are copyrighting anyone trying to use his sound. The fact that he has a massive label behind him should be obvious either way. Either that or he's the best marketer the world has ever seen. Forbat is featured and even the face of several playlists that are curated officially by Spotify. There's simply no way the artist was able to get onto all these playlists on his own. At the time of recording, he is the face of the main R&B playlist by Spotify. If you compare him to the other artists on there, it's blatantly clear that he has a huge label behind him, getting him placements on all these massive playlists. But why exactly is he so popular? Aside from being pushed into everyone's face through playlisting, the artist is huge on TikTok. Now, this social media site has been a key to a lot of artists that have recently blown up, as well as already established artists becoming even more popular. And you know those sped up remixes that are always made for TikTok sounds? Well, what do those remind you of? If you said Forbat's music, you'd be absolutely correct. It's obvious that he has capitalized on what people like to hear on the app, with the high-pitched voice being the main attraction to his songs. This artistic decision paid off massively for the artist, as the song got over 62,000 videos made to it on TikTok, and over 28,000 on Instagram Reels. Just imagine the total number of people that would have heard his song. This later resulted in the artist getting the #1 most viral song on Spotify, all because of how much it got used on social media. Like I said, it could be genius marketing, but the most probable case is that he already has a huge label behind him, paying for playlisting and paying for the marketing. At the start of the video, I mentioned Forbat's being co-signed by massive artists already, but I didn't quite emphasize how many artists have already interacted with him. I mean, he has 2 songs out and huge artists like SZA and Ty Dolla $ign are already commenting on his posts. And that's not even to mention the several other artists that I haven't named. Drake even liked a comment from Timbaland suggesting that he and Forbat should get on a song together. He already has world-renowned producers suggesting he should collaborate with one of the biggest artists in the world. To top it all off though, the artist posted himself on a FaceTime call with Kanye West. Now tell me one other artist that can have 2 songs out and already have connections to the biggest artists in the industry. I'll be waiting. So, to answer the question of whether Forbat is an industry plant, for me it is an obvious yes. I don't think any new artist can rise as quickly as he has without having the backing of a major label. This video isn't saying that 4bats doesn't have any talent though. His hit making ability obviously isn't only down to having a label backing him. Not even a record label can force people to like someone's music, but where one artist rises, another falls. So make sure to check out my previous video detailing the tragic fall off of Trippie Redd.